I'll take any victory where I can get it. 1 week, no loss of federal property. Hello and welcome to another episode of Civil War in Hindsight. I'm Lieutenant Tommy. With me is Prospector Johnny. And this week, Prospector, as I alluded to the intro...
Well, hold on. Let me guess. More states seceded, more states stole federal lands, and we're all just
you are
going
half
to the
true.
can.
You're half true. We do get through this week without any federal property being taken.
What?
It's going to open up pretty quick.
That's great.
So just a real quick recap. We're in the first week of February, so the last 2 months have been some of the most confusing times in our nation's history.
Oh, what? It's been wild.
We've had 6 states secede. We've had multiple states, including states prior to their secession, take federal property from the government without any real recourse to that effect.
Senators resigning.
We've had senators resign. We've had cabinet members resign.
A president that doesn't do anything.
A president who's currently not doing much about any of that. So,
just chilling.
He's just chilling. He's just waiting. He's got 1 more month. Is he going to declare war? Is he going to be able to bring the country back together? Is he going to do anything?
No, not by the looks of it.
I think your answer right. Yeah, no for that part. But we are in his last full month of presidency, and it doesn't start off very great because on February 1st in Austin, Texas, the Texas State Convention would vote 166-7 in favor of secession. Although remember from last week, we said that Texas was going to let the state decide if they're actually going to secede or not. So there will be a referendum later on in the month on February 23rd that the people of Texas will be able to vote whether or not they want to secede. But
I mean, if their representatives are voting in favor of that by that margin, you can see where it's going.
And how many times is Texas going to secede from a country? I mean, they secede from Mexico. We're like, we're going to form our own country. And then they do. And then 10 minutes later, they're like, hey, America, can you come and help us? We're like, it's really hard to run a country by yourself.
Well, now they're going to have to go and deal with whatever the rest of the states that have seceded decide to do, I guess. Or maybe they'll just be their own and we'll have 3 countries now.
Maybe. I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but Texas is going to have their own causes of secession that they write. It will mention, like Georgia, slavery a bunch. It mentions it 21 times. And in one section off the second paragraph, and I'm going to quote this. This is Texas's words. This is not Lieutenant Tommy's words. Do not get mad at Lieutenant Tommy. This is Texas. And I quote, she, as in the state of Texas, was received as a Commonwealth holding in the United States, maintaining and protecting the institution known as Negro slavery, the servitude of the African to the white race within her limits, a relation that had existed from a first settlement of her wilderness by the white race, and which her people intended should exist in all future time. So, I think Texas is making it perfectly clear why they're out of the Union.
I imagine they had states' rights issues that they wanted brought up. And
of keeping the Negro in slavery, it looks like.
Yeah.
After the secession, Lincoln would state again in several letters that he would send out privately that he would not negotiate on terms of spreading slavery into new territories. So he's just saying what he said from the whole time. You can have slavery where slavery currently exists, but it's not being spread any further. I'm not going to negotiate on that point. Like, no, we won the election. Get over it. This is our,
right.
My White House, but not his White House.
It's what a
yet.
democracy is. Yeah. It's you have to deal with whatever the majority of the people voted for.
Exactly. On February 4th, the first convention of seceded states would meet in Montgomery, Alabama. So that whole, we want to form our own country as because I think all the individual little states realize we can't kind of face the United States on our own if there is a war. So maybe we want to kind of...
Yeah, and since we've been poking that bear for the last 2 months by stealing their federal property, maybe we ought to see what we can't pull together.
See what we can't pull together, yep.
Who got a good arsenal?
Yeah, right? Well, several states got some good arsenals, but Delegates from Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, South Carolina, and Alabama would meet with a total of 37 delegates. Texas delegates are not at the scene yet because they just half seceded yesterday.
It takes a while to get there.
Well, and they haven't officially seceded yet because the people still have the.
Oh, that's right. They have
the
to.
Convention is seceded, but the people. They still get to vote on it. So a total of 37 delegates were there. They would name Howell Cobb of Georgia the president of the convention, and the convention's entire point of existence is to see about how they can best go about protecting themselves against the evil, aggressive North that has responded so violently to all of the South's illegal seizing of territory. But whatever.
Now, quick question. Do you think that the delegates from South Carolina were upset that they weren't declared in charge since they were the first ones out?
You would think they would be, but...
I feel like they'd have an argument there.
They should. We were first. We should have... Yeah, but I guess, I don't know. I didn't look too much into that part. So, at the Capitol, D.C., Judah Benjamin and John Slidell of Louisiana would resign their Senate seats, which seems a little late. Like, you guys seceded a couple weeks ago. Like, what are you still doing in Congress? But whatever.
Yeah, they missed the boat here.
They did miss the boat. And the peace convention that was requested by the state of Virginia would actually kick off in Washington, D.C. with 131 members representing 21 states. Important to note that no state that seceded would actually send representatives. So your peace convention to try to solve the whole secession thing without the people who seceded being there, it's not off to a good start.
No, I mean, what are the people that seceded gonna do? Like, why would they go?
Well, I mean, to not have war declared, I guess. But anyways,
they've been taking federal property without it, so why would they think they declare war now?
Fair point. It is important to note that all the representatives at this peace convention were all the older political figureheads in the states, so not a lot of young voices showed up to this whole peace thing. Not sure why, but that's just kind of an odd fact.
Because that's just the way things are.
On February 5th, President Buchanan would announce to South Carolina gentlemen, again, the gentlemen of South Carolina, not actual any representatives because we can't acknowledge their existence.
Right, yeah.
The South Carolina gentlemen that, and under no circumstances, absolutely not, would Fort Sumter ever be surrendered to them. Nope. It is our federal property. Come and take it if you want. So effectively, he is now making a stance, and he is ending the tentative ceasefire of January 13th. So, I was just saying, come and get it. We're not getting rid of it. It's ours. It's not on your property. It's literally on an island off your coast. So, calm your shit. The week's going to end, Johnny, with both conventions still in full swing. The Seceding States Convention seems to be approaching an agreement on a confederation of slave states. So it sounds like we might have two United States nations here in the very near future.
The divided states,
I guess. Well, you
can't do two United States. That's not. You can't do that.
They keep throwing around the name Confederation, so I'm sure it'll be something like the United States or something like the Confederation States, or who knows, the slave states,
United Confederation of Traders, probably
the anti-freedom states, I guess, maybe so to speak. While the North in their peaceful convention, it does seem like the majority of people their sentiments are leading towards that of peace and securing the Union over party alignment. So they're saying, hey, look, doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, doesn't matter if you're a Whig or a Republican, can we at least acknowledge that, like, maybe we want this country to succeed and, like, live longer than the short 100 years we've made it? Not even 100 years we've made it so far.
Yeah, and the South's like, yeah, of course we want this country to secede.
Succeed.
We want all of these states to secede.
Succeed, not secede.
That's my bad.
And the final little note that I have is just kind of a fun little caveat here. The Choctaw Indian Nation declared its adherence to the southern states. So apparently if you make the Indians mad long enough, they will join whoever just to get back at you. And it seems like that's the plan for the Choctaw Indian Nation as of right now.